Welcome everyone. Today I'm going to talk about the Four Horsemen route in Zwift. I'm going to share the good and the bad and pretty much my experience of it. The route, as you can see, is almost 90 kilometers long, but it's the elevation that really gets you, with over 2100 meters of elevation gain. And right after the start we enter the first climb, which is Zwift KOM, 0.9 kilometers or 900 meters long, or short if you want to call it that, but it's a punchy climb, and you feel fresh and ready for this climb right after the start, but trust me, save some energy while you still have it. I decided to do this as a long zone 2 ride, but yes, I did end up spending some time in both zone 3 and zone 1, but that's okay. I mainly stuck with the zone 2 as I had decided beforehand, and I also decided that the descents of the longer climbs I would get off the bike for some recovery, some coffee or some snacks. Next up is the Volcano KOM climb. It's 3.8 kilometers long with an average gradient of 3.2%. I'm still feeling very fresh, and the same goes here as the first climb. You don't burn too much energy because you're gonna need it in the long run. After the first two climbs I felt really good, and I was ready for the first real challenge. The Epic KOM followed by the Radio Tower KOM. This was really the first challenge of the route, but if you don't rush it and just follow a steady pace, you will be just fine. Just take some extra time to get up there. After the climb to the top, as I said before, I went off the bike in the descent to have some coffee and snack and fill up some energy.
Sick and psychotic with this logic, you can't stop it. It's been chronic since I was a boy, so neurotic and chaotic.
Built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on gas, never stop competing. If you break like glass, then this life's gonna eat 'em. Make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat 'em. If you take off the cast, you can see all the healing. If the pain's in the past, move on from the grave and put your foot on the gas. No, never stop competing, yeah. I've been doing this, I'm on it. I just wanna be iconic. Sipping on a gin and tonic, got me going off when I'm on this topic, yeah. If I ever play, I want it. You know that I'm always honest. Stay away from those who are toxic, keep my...
As I was approaching the Alpe du Zwift climb, I felt really excited. I had a good feeling entering the climb, which is the biggest climb on this route. But after over 2 hours of riding, and just in the start of this climb, the feeling started to change. My power and heart rate had up till now been in good relation to each other, which means I had a steady heart rate at a steady power output. But now, at a steady power output, my heart rate started to race. And I knew that this is going to be a challenge. But I also knew that this is the only big climb left, so the struggle wasn't too bad. I just pushed on and eventually reached the top, feeling pretty exhausted but still in good spirit to have conquered the biggest climb in this route. And now all the 4 main big climbs was completed. The climb out of the jungle really changed everything. It destroyed the spirit I had after finishing Alpe du Zwift, and the rest of the ride to the finish line was the absolute worst. It was a real mental struggle and the absolute toughest part of the whole route. So when I finished, I felt really good to have pushed on and completed a big challenging ride. I really liked the route. It's a long ride. You can push a little extra on the climbs and get some downtime on the descents. And I liked that it didn't feel so static all the time that Zwift can do. But if you're gonna do this route, I suggest you bring a tough mental game to complete the last bit of the route. And also don't waste too much energy in the beginning, as it will eventually catch up to you. And thank you for watching, and I guess we'll see you in Vatopia.